Thank you.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning.
Steve.
How are you doing, Barbara?
Hi, good. So we're here at the San Diego Public Library in the Teen Center and with the Youth Services librarian, Mr. Stephen Roman. So he's here to tell us about the beautiful Teen Center.
Well, what in particular would you think your viewers would like to know?
I think people are studying library science and just how long the Teen Center has been here and then the use of the Teen Center.
Well, this particular building opened in 2013. It opened in September of 2013 to both coincide with not just libraries opening, but also the E3 school opening. As you know, E3 Civic High is on the 6th and 7th floors.
Yes.
So they wanted to design this space when they designed it. So it's been in existence. It'll be about 4 years now.
Time flies.
4 years now. And of course they wanted to design the space so that it has a lot of options for the teens. We have places for them just to hang out. We have a collection for them to peruse. We have study rooms for those who want something quieter or need something more private. Like if they're doing a specific project with a group. And then we have the large open area where they can hang out or we can do some programming space there. So that's really nice. A lot of the stuff is modular, so they can move tables and chairs and things around as needed.
Excellent.
And many of the shelves are short shelves, so you have sight lines through most of the department, which is also important.
Love that.
That's just the design of the department. Obviously, the architect, Mr. Quigley, who designed this particular space, as well as the rest of the library, wanted the space to reflect San Diego as a whole. And it does this in several ways, right? If you look at the pattern on the floor, and you'll probably get shots of that later, you have a floor pattern that's just the beach and the ocean, right? You have this beautiful open space, which you'll also get shots of, that allows for a lot of natural lighting in the space.
Yes.
We have the little, the teen center desk, which looks like a beach shack, of course. And then there's a surfboard as you enter the space, which actually belonged to the architect, that warns adults that this is a teen space only.
And it has to really keep out.
Yeah.
Very, very neat. I was actually at the grand opening in September of 2013. I brought my daughter and her girlfriend here, and they had such a great time. And they made it very clear to me that the teens were welcome, but I wasn't. So the library does a really nice way of just letting adults know that this is really for teens and about teens.
Right. I mean, obviously we let anyone who wants to come in can browse the collection. They can check out books from the collection. They can take a look. Of course, we let parents come in and say, "Hey, it's time to go to the thing." But we don't let little kids linger, because then if a lot of little kids start using the space, the teens will stop using it.
Right.
And this is really intended for them. The children's has their own department for the most part. And of course, adults, for the teen safety, we don't want adults who are not staffed to be lingering in the department as well.
Yeah, and you want teens to feel comfortable.
Exactly.
And that they can be themselves.
This is a safe space for them, but this is also a place where they can express themselves a little more freely.
Absolutely. And I understand teens can eat in the space too?
They sure can. They can bring their snacks, they can hang out, we'll serve snacks, and of course during the summer, we're serving, as many other locations in the city, are serving lunches to area youth.
All right, excellent. So the San Diego Public Library has it all.
Yes.
So if a teen wanted to borrow equipment, that sort of thing, or laptops, iPads, that sort of thing, is that available to them at this point, or?
We have a homework center that's distinct from the teen center.
Okay.
That's open most of the days of the week. In fact, I think every day of the week, in which they can get help with their homework after school, and they can check out and use Chromebooks in the space if they need them.
Excellent.
But that is a distinct separate area for that. We do have a row of computers that are just for the teens' use. So as long as they have a library card, they can log in and use the internet for up to 2 hours a day.
Okay, so they can get their homework done. Absolutely.
And then, of course, for relaxing after school hours, we have from 3 to 5, we have the video game room. So they can hang out and use the video games to work out their aggression. Have a lot of fun playing games and competing against each other, but it's usually It's always very good natured. It's a lot of fun for them.
All right, so sometimes are there competitions type things? Or?
They're very competitive all by themselves. But right now during the summer, actually, we have a gaming program that teaches them, run by one of our staff members, Dustin, that is teaching teens, interested teens, how to create their own video games.
Oh, excellent.
How to create their own simpler video games.
That's wonderful.
So that's been going on well. So that's a nice complement to the space. Those who are interested in video games can also get to learn more about how to do the coding and the process for themselves.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful because coding is really a great skill to have at this point.
It's kind of a necessary skill.
Yes, absolutely. All right. So tell me about the summer reading program. How does that work here?
Summer reading program, essentially, and you can get a link from our website or you can sign up here. They'll get an account for themselves. And then they simply read either up to 10 books or at least 10 hours during the summer, either one. And if they do, they're eligible for prize. When they come in, they'll sign up. We'll give them an incentive prize for signing up.
Okay.
And actually, the first day we had to sign up, we had pizza. So that was a big incentive for people to sign up because they wanted that pizza.
Sign me up.
Exactly. And then they can, wherever they have an internet connection, even on their smartphones, some of them have, or at the computers here, or at home, they can keep track of all the books that they're reading over the summer. And this is, of course, to help prevent what's called that summer slide.
Yes.
We want the teens to get books that they enjoy reading, because, of course, the key to becoming a better reader is reading a lot, and reading for pleasure is the big part of that. There are always books that we need to read for school.
Right, absolutely.
But if they're going to become real readers, this is going to be a lifelong habit, they have to enjoy it.
Yes.
And so that's one of the things that summer reading is helping to promote as well.
To become a lifelong learner, you just really want to read things that interest you.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we have plenty of options for that here with the magazines, the books. We have the graphic novels and comics. So plenty of material, age-appropriate material for the teens to read.
And even online also.
Oh yeah. We do have the ebook collection that you can access from our catalog as well. You can get an app, actually. I have one right here. I don't know if they'll be able to see it. But it's called the Cloud Library.
Okay.
And you can get that.
And this is different than what we had last year, right?
It is. It used to be Overdrive,
Yeah.
and they just recently transitioned to Cloud Library instead. But all the same materials that we have there, we're going to have on the Cloud Library.
Okay. Tell me a little bit more about the Cloud Library, because that's new to me. So
Right.
what's some of the advantages of the Cloud Library?
Well, if your teen has their own computer or their own smartphone,